Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to our live Facebook today. And today is definitely been the long awaiting of our new product launch. That's right. Now, thank you for coming, and thank you for those of you who have just joined us. Thank you for sharing this video in your timeline. We really appreciate so far what you have supported us, and also you will not be disappointed definitely today in the events that unfold, as I will share with you what is expected for our new product launch in here. Now, this is definitely very exciting from the behalf of TradeVSA. We've been spending this almost for the last 6 to 9 months, getting in touch with the coaches, getting in touch with many of our members also to get feedback how we can actually make this much better software, as it is already good enough, but we want to even do better than that. So we also appreciate if you would share this in your timeline, so more that people can get benefit of this very good software, in my opinion, of course. But very important, we also like to get your feedback how we can make this better. Okay, this definitely one of its kind. We do feel that unlike anything else, this is something that would hopefully be very beneficial to you as much as to myself, because I'm using this for my daily investing activity and managing money too. And I do hope this is something that will something you will use in the coming days and months going ahead. We continue to innovate our product. As such, I will also share with you a little bit of our forward goal going forward in terms of the company and the product that we are releasing out in here. So thank you for sharing this video. I really appreciate that you can do so. And thank you for also spending your busy Saturday noon time, where many of you would rather spend with your family members, or rather spend with your so-called time that you have, especially on this longer weekend with the Deepavali holiday. Many of you may be outstation, but no worries, you can still catch hold of this video in your timeline, and then you can go on and do so. All right, definitely at the end of the this session in here, we'll do also a demo of the TradeVSA 360 in here, and also many of you who are members of already able to log in, as we already enable the 360 in them. Now, the first question I got was how did I come out with the name 360 in here? Now, for start, 360 has been a term that is used in some of my talk, stock analysis 360, because it's the way how I've been always looking into the market. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So before we're going to start right now. Okay. Very good morning to everybody. Welcome to our official launch, TradeVSA 360. It's the 6th of November, 11 a.m. Definitely you can get hold our website, tradevsa.com. Now, back to the question. Someone did ask me how did I come up with the name 360. Is partly many of the talks and the public talks and my educational program is always been educating people to take a 360 viewpoint. I've very much been a value investor, seriously coming to it. I've been trained in my master's in financial management. My background is actually engineering. So we always tend to look at value investing as being the aim. But along the time that I find that there are many instances where, when it comes to FA, the missing part is always been the entry. So that has also detoured me and go into the world of understanding technical analysis until I came and met up with of course, Mr. Bill Womai, my Sifu, and also Tom Williams. Many of you would known to be the father of volume spread analysis. So that was in very short the history of how we intend to develop and the evolution of the TradeVSA 360 in here. I do hope that you'll get the joy of using 360 as much as ourselves and our team develop it for you, and continue to support you in many facets of investing that we have in here. So without further ado, let's go on to share with you what I have for you definitely today. Okay. Now, many of you know Smart Roby, which is part and parcel, is our first investing mobile app in the in the space of the KLSE as well as US markets in here. That has been the pride of Smart Roby. Initially how we started that it was actually launched last year, June 2020. So he has almost been 1.5 years. So it's really all KLSE investing essential in one apps. We really thank you for all your support that you have, and some of you who have given us review on the Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. We appreciate, and for those of you who have none, we also appreciate if you can do so today or maybe tomorrow. Thank you for it. So with the development of the Smart Roby, we are building our eco space in the world of analytics. As such, right now we are rolling out our second investing web app after we are done with our first project, which is the Smart Roby in June 2020. Right now we have our TradeVSA 360 in here. Part and parcel, the 360 is to complement Smart Roby when it's running on app, but at the end of the day, you can use both in parallel or in tandem, which actually helps you to become a more informed, a more better investor rather than just blah blah. In such, it actually use what we call level the field of playing ground, which means with minimum knowledge that you have, if you're just trained on couple of instruction in here, you will know as much as the professional out there with the tool sets that you have given so far. Now I do know many of you may have already seen it before, but I'm happy here as one of the creator of our TradeVSA 360 in here, being the second investing web apps to go through with you what we have done. Now over time, we have done many talks in Zoom, public talks, physical as well as Zoom, and we get in time and time again the kind of question we will always get, and this is perhaps why I like to start my presentation in this. The 4 questions that we always receive has been always like that: what to buy, when to sell, all right? And of course, if you just look purely from a technical standpoint, mostly people just say buy and sell. But I have found out that because of the continuation trend and the forecast how the market will be, it is also important, having said that, from the background I am, to actually look at the FA. Now what is FA? FA is fundamental analysis. That is point number 3 here. Let me just get the laser pointer. So in point number 3 here, right, this is fairly important. What is the stock is all like? A lot of time, a lot of people who is unskilled and untrained tend to take very short position, or very what we call unforesight. They do not able to see the foresight that certain stocks, and I have talked about these stocks like Inari and KGB, that has quadrupled and so on and so forth. So it's always been part and parcel of what we want our audience as well as the public to able to capitalize on this kind of stocks. And that's why I think those of you who came, I've talked about Sumo, right? Sumo, and we have seen that before in here. So of course, when it comes to the methodology that we have, which is the FA function, what to buy and when to sell, we technically use volume spread analysis to combine it all. Then it comes to point number 4. How sure are you? All right. So in such that this year, we decided to use some of my own money, and we do real money, real trading. And we've been reporting the progress of the trade so far. I think I will also update you in here using real money, real trading with an account actually in RHB, which many of you have seen it before. So we want to ensure the public or our members using it to have some sort of a trust in terms of performance, in terms of also financial return, if you just need to follow the rules. But I do get from time to time again the challenges that many of the public and member have is not able to follow rules. So that is why we always continue to come out in here to innovate and to educate. Very important, the importance of having a discipline to follow some of these rules. If you have followed some of these rules, you would have a very consistent result, just like we've been using the real money and real trading in here. Right. So as such that the areas that we design our TradeVSA is 360 is whether you are individual or you're working in groups. Some of you may be family members with husband and wife. We actually profile all the needs of whether you're number 1, what we call the short-term trader, or another term they call it FIFO. fast in, fast out, not first in, fast out. It's fast in, fast out. This is what we call a higher risk profile. So we have designed that in mind together with the coach, of course, Arif and Fu, and also Marina, and also Zach, some of these, because they are trader in nature. So we design and build our tools around the requirement that we have. And then we have the point number 2, which is the FA type of trader, and there are definitely some of them are looking into this. I don't simply buy any stocks, okay? I need to know the fundamentals, some news, whether they are making money or not. So those we have it too. And then we also have the medium long-term trader, okay? The medium long-term trader, these are people who are looking more than just the FA, may want to carry their trades longer in here, or just simply number 4, a combo of all. A little bit of number 1, number 2, or number 3, or maybe if you're just a newbie, our TradeVSA 360 is designed with you in mind. Okay, now, so with that further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our TradeVSA 360 trader dashboard. Now, of course, we believe with the Trader 360, it would boost your trading and investing to the next level in here, right? Because why? You're getting a 360 stock viewpoint, okay? Better performance, better insight what is happening to the company, not just on hearsay, that's all you have, and also more responsive, right? More responsive insight there, because we are going into almost real time. We're not in the real time basis yet. We are in the delay, about 15 to 16 minutes, okay, of time frame in here. Now let's take for example one of those trader, Mr. Jagan. Okay, he's a medium long-term investor, and because he's always busy, and some of you may identify yourself with the profile that we're talking about, and he cannot monitor, but he wants a stock that appreciate in value. That's what we talk about medium long-term investing in here. So what he will do is the Trade 360 will recommend you looking at the FA growth stock. Okay, so the FA growth stock is on the menu list under screener, so you can just click over that, and that will take you to another FA screener in here, but possibly looking for stocks. So from here, 360 screen for the FA growth will hot link to the individual stock analysis of the fundamentals. So he would like to look at it, and he also say what sector does it fall on. And for example, he found that, hey, he wanted to know about this company called RCE Capital. What do they do? You know, it's pretty interesting, right? And he can hot link it, and then it will take you to this FA single quote stocks. So in here, the 360 display all the details about the Pentagon. So we have a combination of smart robot intelligence where the ratings is looking at the higher the ratings are better. Now many of our tools, I will show you in the demo, they are hot link, so they do have some sort of explanation behind that. And you can see from there, RCE Capital, again one of those stocks I've been talking for some time, has from 140 has gone up to $3.80 in here. And he can actually look at this stock and also analyze it, whether this is something that he would like to have it or not. So you can also see from the screen here, it is large cap, main board financial, it is a growth stock, it is a FADDO stock, which means it is a dividend stock, and it is a long-term play. So that would actually suit him if he still wants to interested in these stocks. Okay, and also we have the next slide. I'll talk about the also very simple to understand FA, what we see here. Yes, that's right, a simple to understand FA where RCE Capital is has extraordinary profit, high dividend yield, very high trading value, and the cons is that being a financial company, generally they're very high debt and very high gearing. So that's something that he should know about, which means if the interest rate were to go higher, that would definitely impact them. But if the interest rate were to stay low, this company will do well. This is just simply a way of holding it because he is a slightly medium to long-term investor. All right, then we go on to the profile of another person here, Cairo. Now Cairo is a very busy most of the time, but he likes to do what we call this FIFO kind of trade, fast in, fast out. Now do take note, when it's fast in and fast out, it's generally for higher risk profile trader, right? Because you may want to take a position in here. So from the 360, we recommend the premium menu. Now take note, premium member is only since we are launching, it's free first month, but for our exclusive, for our combo member and masterclass, you will get it for the entire of your subscription. Okay, so in here you can look at the intraday alert. All right, the intraday alert, which is under premium menu. So there's two we are building right now, is the COC for the premium alert, cluster of closes. Without going into too much detail, basically cluster of closes is very low risk and high returns kind of trade, and you only trades when it comes out on the intraday alerts. Okay, definitely on Monday you can check this out. Okay, so click on the intraday alert there, and what's going to happen is this intraday alert is a history of when the alert was actually display. You can see from here is the time stamp when the first alert come out. Of course, you can check it out in the first minute will be the first hour, because we are 50-minute delay. We are not real time yet. It should be around 9:15 to 9:30, and this will continue to display for the entire day. Now, what very important about the 360, it looks for the pattern that we teach in our masterclass. Now, many of you are aware that our coach Fu is a Sifu in pullback, right? A pullback, and also Zach is a Sifu in COC, cluster of closes. So you can see from here onwards, the type here is PB, means pullback, and we have COC, and even eventually we have plan also for VCP, the one of those intraday alert that comes out in here. What it does, the 360 will scan the Bursa intraday and will display the latest low risk good reward trade from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So you can always turn this on and follow, and the screen refreshes every now and then for that. All right, so this is something that then the trader can plan a very short-term trade to get in early in the morning, just before 10 o'clock, and maybe exit by 5 p.m. if they have a chance, or maybe a day or two, because we are looking at a pullback and also COC trade. Of course, that is why we reserve this for our masterclass members, because we find that people who did not go through our program may not understand what is pullback and what COC means. That's what is strictly for our masterclass members. As I said before, masterclass members always get certain privileges in here. All right, not to be outdone. So from here onwards, he can click on to Emulus, right, and again it will take them to the respective screen. So that's always, all these are hot links, so it enables them very quickly to know what is the support and resistance from here. Now, the third profile person we're going to talk about is Miss Sulin here. Now, Miss Sulin in here is regard herself as a FA type of trader. She likes to trade in the shorter term. She have not built the trust like Mr. Jagan has done so far. So, but she's very careful, and she doesn't buy any stocks. She also want to see the FA too, all right, the fundamental analysis in here. So what she does is that we will recommend her, okay, the Pentagon Guider, right? Now, Pentagon Guider is one of the low risk, low risk, high return kind of trade, and many of those trades you have seen from our website has registered double-digit return in the last 2 to 3 months. Of course, not all are winner. There's also some losers. So that's very important that you stick to the plan and also the exit here. So in here, we will recommend her to use Pentagon Guider buy in here. So when there are, of course, there are other screeners like the 18-day line change, no supply, springs, and Pentagon Guider. But for the basic, we just go to the Pentagon Guider buy. All right, so from the Pentagon Guider buy, and the list will display out. She can really zoom in and look at those stocks. So the 360 TradeVSA will screen for Pentagon Guider buy and hot link those stock name to the stock analysis. Okay, so that makes it so much easier. So in this case, she can actually plan to entry and exit. So when she can just touch on the VS in here, for example, and then what happens is the VS will pops out, and you will again see very similar to what Mr. Jagan is seeing, the large cap stock, industrial product, main board, Shariat, and also important, it's a growth stocks. Okay, if she interested in the growth stock, and also at the same time we will display all the details about stock, Pentagon, and FA, small dividend payout, positive cash flow, very high trading in here. And also she can analyze it. And also in the 360, we also we also get third-party analyst recommendation in here. Eventually I'll show you. So this is a third-party analyst, which is a licensed analyst from the banking sector, saying that VS has a target price of 188, which has a top side of 22. So that would somehow give us some sort of assurance. If I buy this stock, okay, it's not too bad. You know, let's look at the dividend. I get paid dividend 1% in here, and ROE is about 11%. Again, very similar to what we had previously in Smart Robi. When the ROE is of a certain figure, it will be highlighted with a green mark in here, constantly showing you. And on the side of the Pentagon Flow, we have the Pentagon Flow. The lower are the better. This is right now is green Pentagon. We have previously line change, and we also have the stop loss, target profit 1 and target profit 2. Okay, if she is what we call the FA type trader, okay, FA type trader in here. So there is a stop loss level in here to prevent any kinds of disaster that is coming in here. All right. So what she does is, and also not to forget, because she's FA, we have the safety buffered margin, which is actually part and parcel of Warren Buffett margin of safety. Right now you can see the safety is negative, which means this is definitely not an undervalued stock. It is on the top here. You can see this is a growth stock, which is indicated by the VS. All right, and not to forget, in here we also have a new feature, which one of the benefit is maybe if she feel that VS it's not the FA type share she wants, so she can actually look at the other stock comparison, which is generated by the 360 TradeVSA. So in here, VS within the industrial product, she can look at per cut or look at scope. But if she doesn't like this stock, she can press on the refresh, and more other stocks will pop up to suggest to her. Now, all things being said, you can read the description in here, but let me just summarize in here. You want NTA to be higher, you want EPS earnings to be higher, you want dividend to be higher, you want return of equity to be higher, but PE to be slightly lower. So that is the kind of radar that you want to get in here. The highlighted one will be the bull mark that you can see here. Then there's also per cut. So this way allows Miss Su Yin to look for the share that is the strongest within her sector. So from then onwards, she can click on scope, and it takes it to another stock analysis, where she can find very quickly, within less than 2 minutes or so, the next stock that really suits her, both in terms of strong in fundamental, and next you just need to use the Pentagon Guider to guide her to buy the next stock. So with this in mind, she'll be rest assured that whatever stock Miss Su Yin is taking has very strong insights of the fundamental as well as the stock. That's why we call it the 360 in here. All right, so it compares and also look at the averages of the sector within the financial metrics in here. Okay, so all being said, we do find that TradeVSA as a company, we are committed to innovation, and we continue to adapt to changes. That's not all, right? Due to the short time that we are having, we have a list of the rollout. So you can go to our website under the menu timeline. You can see what is new we're going to be releasing this week. This month, November 2021. Also in the November 15 and 16 next week will be the cryptocurrency Pentagon Guider system, because we felt that this is very important right now. Many of you may consider going to cryptocurrency, so that will be also part and parcel of our package in here. So there's a few more in here I won't go through, but I think I've explained most of the item, from item number 2 to item number 11. That is the intraday, not also to be continued to roll out to our innovation. We have also planned for December. Okay, now one of the reasons why we are doing this, because we find that the November and December is the month where we see most market rally, right? With the most market rally in here, so we want you to be able to benefit from it. For December, we are testing and rolling out the alert center for all Pentagon Guider watch list high liquidity KLSE stocks. So meaning those sectors that turn green Pentagon, some of those high liquidity stock Pentagon, there will be an alert on the 360 right now. We are rolling out that for in December. We are also hope to deliver the VCP, and then we also will be showing you the real money, real account Pentagon Guider portfolio tracking. So on a monthly basis, you can see the stocks that we have and how much you have gained, and also monthly seasonal return for those of you who are thinking long term. If I had these stocks, I hold it for 5 years, what would my investment be? So those are what we have. And also 6 is the all our screener will have the possible gain and loss from the last active Pentagon Guider. Now this is important as part and parcel of back testing that we have seen. Later on, I'm just going to show you some of these features that we have already. Okay, now we continue to innovate So for even coming for year 2022, we will have new upgrades and feature for Smart Robi. So stay tuned and do recommend our products and our services to your friends so they will benefit too. All right, and a little bit of update from our Pentagon Guider in terms of performance. Before we roll out Smart Robi and also in the space of Smart Robi and 360, we continue to back test and also real tests with real money and real. And so far, we are happy to report our portfolio is in the plus 12.8% compared to a KLCI minus 5.5%, and that's up to the November time frame in here, just short of in here. So you can see the real money real tracker on the Smart Robi breakfast show. We episode 135, we updated you this. As you can see in Nari, we are still in positive territory. Pastec has pretty good. We are close to the 17.65% in here. TN Logistics finally decided to make a move. We are still holding up onto here, and that is almost a $2,000 unrealized profit. Some people say, why don't I take it when it drop? That's why we have the fixed rules in here, and we have back tested it. We find that this is a rule that you can follow and you will continue to do well, right? Very important to keep to those rules in here. All right, and this is the transaction that we've been doing so far. So you can see we use fixed rules, fixed trading in here, so there is no fear. All right, just trading that. And so far you will see all our trades only lasted about 3 months, okay, and we have done 11 trades, so we have about 12.8% return so far out here. So you can see that was the number of trades that we do, maximum of 4 trades per month. You can see that from March to April, that was a trade, but most of the time we just have 1 trade only. So because the market isn't bullish and it was only bullish in March and April, that's why we do it. So with this system, it will tell you when to get in and when to get out by just following those rules that we have here. Of course, from the money standpoint, we started with 31,000 up to October, end of October, we had about 34,000. We do hope that by December 31st, when we come and report back to you, we will be slightly higher. Now, take note, for those of you who is on our masterclass, you can see the drawdown that we have in March, 34,000 right to 32,000. August was the lowest standpoint. So when the market picks up, this is where we also pick up. That is why it's important when you draw down over here, which is only a minus 7%, you don't give up. Some people, they draw down, they continue to push and try to trade. You want to stay out and wait for the market to come back, right? And I said before, year end, we should get some sort of rally. Let's be optimistic and hope for this too, okay? All right, so right now we're going to be doing the 360 demo here, and of course, usually what I want to just go through with you, all right, what are some of the highlight of the feature in here. So once you log in, I think let me just log out again, okay, and okay. So once you log in, you'll see a fresh page for the login here. 360 will be TradeVSA.com. Okay, I'm just going to send this to you for those of you who may not know. So you can definitely, once you have your user ID and so for you, those of you, once you have signed up or you already exist, but just sign it in and it will be routed to you to this screen. So the first screen that you'll see will be the dashboard. Okay, the dashboard. Of course, if you want to check your membership, you can always go here and you can log out from here. So just click on membership. That takes you how long your membership and your profile and when is your expiration date of your software. And if not, then to go back, you just click back here and click on to the dashboard. That will take you back to this dashboard in here. Just some little navigation in here. Of course, we have the 3 display. Last night Dow Jones closes well, about 200 points in here. The KLCI still struggling at 153. You can see here so far on the 3-month charts and the 6-month charts, you still have this very strong resistance at the 1600. Of course, you can always click here. That will open up a bigger chart. If not, you just close back here. That will take you back. So from time to time, there was some feedback, and we continue to have some sort of mental boost. You can see here how much does it cost, and this is sort of one of our ways we want to teach people the educational tips and also the quote here. Okay, it happened to be the same one here. So where these 10 shares has paid 72 billion, Microsoft, Walmart, and JP Morgan, Triple M. I think I've talked about Microsoft for a fair bit, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so then you move on. We have the Bursa analyst sector. This is something previously you had, but we all put it up in a very nice page. Of course, you can click here that minimize the small page. And of course, if you go over how it looks on your phone, it will actually optimize very nicely also for your phones. When I have the phones, I'll show you next round in here. And then also you have the Bursa 30, the list that you all usually get, and also the KLSE sector, those stocks. Okay, you can click on this one here, which expand. And so here you can see which is the sector that is already turned green Pentagon. You can see many of them already in the red Pentagon here. Right, you can look at technology just turned green, and this is something that we talk about the alert center. So we hope to roll out by December. Whenever the Pentagon turn red or turn green, we hope that this alert will be sent to you. All right, and we want to do that. So when the green Pentagon is, let's say for example, for transportation, okay, so right now or maybe healthcare, when it turn green Pentagon, you will get first notification that right now you can see the healthcare continue to go down in the last 6 months, and you can switch back to 3 months, also same thing, breaking down. So who knows, when it turn green Pentagon, you want to be notified first, and definitely that will be one of the options we're going to be putting for the alert. So coming back to here, then we also have the other live prices, and this is also important, is the KLCI seasonal return. Okay, open this up. Okay, and you could see right now the KLCI over the past 6 years. Okay, you could see we've been getting negative return. Totally yearly return is almost 0.23. Okay, so it has been the grand return is really negative, but you look from the average is only 0.23 in here. So having said that, this is something a cause of, I do think that KLCI, hopefully we get some sort of rally in December. We are still down almost 2% right now in here. The best month was still August, and you only have April and August, right? It's pretty bad this year for our market here. Okay, and let's switch back to over here. And also you have some Pentagon that done pretty well. Okay, you can see Opcon went up by 100% in here. These are all green Pentagon, and these are GR. GR means they are growth stock, just like what I've said before here, growth stock. So let's say you're interested in Opcon, you can type Opcon here. Okay, and you can hit that one. We're going to go down to that next one later. Okay, so this is the TradeVSA event, so you can find out what are the next event. Yes, our coach Fu will be speaking this Sunday, so make sure you catch him every Sunday starting 7th of November. So tomorrow at 8:30 he will be talking about his favorite trading patterns, and also some of his how he reads the market. So make sure you check him out on Bursa Thrive on Sunday with Fu at 8:30. Okay, so that's something new, and if all our coaches it's coming on air on live Facebook, so you can catch them again. So so next one is we have here is all the other options. Okay, these are the same option that we have. We have the Bursa Flow. Let's click on one of these. Okay, KLCCI, you can see it takes you over here looking at what was the big winner, something good to know, right? But I want to draw your attention to the sectors. Okay, you can see this is also on the first page. It just gets bigger over here, and you can see right now why our market not doing so well is because we have the foreign fund flowing out, and that's why the market is coming down. And you can see the hot sector right now is technology, REITs is coming back, utility, and logistic is just turned green. So last week they were on the negative territory, but take note, property has started to taper off. Okay, of course if you want to look at property, you can always go back to the property sector under the sector here, right under the sector indices, and you can look at property from here. You can lock in, those of you who are members in here, you can definitely lock in together. Okay, just wait for it. Yeah, it's coming out. Some of these are coming out, the EPS. Yep, this one here. So here you can see, just now we are talking about property. Click on property in here. You can see this was the property. Last week was up, then you have the big sell-off that we saw, right? And the market now is really struggling to keep in place. We just have to wait for the green Pentagon to come back, if it does come back. Okay, so that's where we were. Now, one thing that is we find it also good for those of you who are interested in news is the news by Pentagon Flow. So what it does, the 360 will scan for news and look for those that is the 60 to 70 Pentagon Flow, because if you notice the Pentagon Flow, we want it to be around 50 to 70 before those breakout. Those already breakout will run, like those are, we know, like Emulus and so forth. So we want to see that news in here, like very positive news, neutral, NTPM, these are at 50%. All right, so this allows you to get in. So let's look at Suncon. Okay, let's click on Suncon here. It takes you to Suncon and you look at the chart. This is where Sunway Construction is. So you can see it hasn't turned green bank. So something you want to keep in touch. Again, analyst is giving it a buy call. That's the 5th of October by Hong Leong, HLG. So this all, we have all those. And these are all your cut loss point. ST and LT, not there yet, okay? You can see, but this does give, and floating shares, because we also want to have some shares. Orange is it's a warning, so you know what you're getting. So looking at Sunway Construction, it's a profitable company, small dividend payout, positive cash flows, so it's not too bad. It's a FADDO stock. It pays a decent dividend. It's Sharia compliance, construction, large cap, if that's the stocks that you wanted. All right, so that is how you want to look for those shares that is able to give you the kind of flow. So this is where we want to look for shares that is response by news. You can see here Stella. I never heard of this company before. Of course, if you want to read more, you can click here and you read about those company. We have CAP here, Euro, neutral 57. Okay, we can look at Euro also. All right, you can look at chart Euro. No, Euro is still down. That's where it is. Right, so we go back. As you scroll further down, okay, here you will see there are more and more of this higher levels in here. But the key thing is like M-Bank. I think M-Bank, George Ken, okay? George Ken is a construction. So if you think that, yeah, you see George Ken pull back right now, but it has a red pentagon as of yesterday. So these are, some of them are turning weaker. Just another resource that you want to have, those of you who are interested in news, okay? Some of those news has run. Of course, if you look at George Ken here, is another way, right, to see these stocks. And you can see George Ken this year is down 12%. Average growth is about 12% in here. So it does look like first year George Ken is not doing so well. And there are some of these news on George Ken focus on regional sector. And if you look at George Ken compared to construction, it's not too bad. If you see here, right, ROE. Okay, ROE of 8%, PE of 7, dividend of 5%. Wow, look at that, 6 out of 8. That is, George Ken is a long-term stock. But what is the extraordinary profits? Okay, so check that one out. If you like George Ken, Star Wealth, Tan Sui Bi. Okay, dividend-wise, and it's not too bad. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the others. There are a few more. Most of these things you can see here. The screener, whole bunch of the screener, which I've explained earlier on. These are the existing screener that you have here. And the PS calculator is also important, which we actually teach in our main course. All right, I'll keep that for another sector. The watch list is the one that's very interesting, especially those of you who are new. Find out what is UMNO counter is all about. The KLI is our Malaysian value investor. So we took the criteria that he has. You can see, wow, Excel Force really shoot up. Huh? So let's look at Excel Force, E-Force. Okay, hit return, and that will take you to Excel Force. Wow, one big breakout in here. What was the news about Excel Force? Okay, it's coming out in here. And this is the thing, the other thing I want to talk about is also to know Excel Force, which what we call the share checklist. All right, so the share checklist is a step-by-step what we do. We hope that the members in here has Excel Force turn green Pentagon. What kind of market stages is it? Do I have a good pattern? So this is like a trading plan and the indicator that you would use to guide you through. Okay, then you can use Excel, TP1, TP2, stop loss, and some remarks in here. It's a fundamental good for Excel Force. Okay, so this is the thing that you can use on. And if you want to know Excel Force, just mouse over here. You can see what Excel Force does, and this is the day prices. That's why it shot up so much. And this is the website. I suppose you can go to the website here. Excel Force. Okay. Oh, okay. Too long to maybe the website is down. Okay, let's come back to here again, and you can see Excel Force. Wow, not that bad, Excel Force. All the year with 1 year only losing money. You can see last year 10%, this year 39%. So if you have bought Excel from 2016 and held on, I would think you had made money. That's what it simply says. Okay, no doubt if you look back the last 6 months, the price has gone down here, right? But overall, it's still up 39%, maybe because of the 16% bar that we see inside here. Something that is quite interesting. All right. So then the others, those of you who like, I think of course there's more things in Klci. I will cover those in one of the segments in here. Of course, we also have a very strong learning tutorial in here. ZAC 7 days VSA is here. You can click on that one. So all the tutorial for the setup is all in here. Day 1, day 2, you can watch this all 7 days. First one, we have 4 tutorial in our learning section. Tutorial how to, the screener, the SOS strength line change in here. Then we also have the beginner intro. This is more for the beginner who want to learn this. A very short technical analysis. You can watch this at your own time. You can watch it on your phone. You can do so. So these are, and also the VSA glossary. All right, and this is all the glossary that we want to learn about your financial vocabulary. This is the one that you want to do. All right. Okay, so you can use all this. Okay. Then the premium alert, this is the one that my favorite. So on our new show on Friday, we will be doing this. Okay, so this is the okay, all right, so this one in here. So because this weekend is nothing, and we are putting up also the some alerts in here, okay, for the Bitcoin. Okay, these are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, which if it does pull up, it will also show up our indicator in here. So that's something we are also experimenting with it. And what's new is the feature timeline, what we plan for year 2022, December 2021. What are the new features we are rolling out in here? So stay tuned, all right? Okay, let's go on to, okay, any stocks that we want to look at? Okay, let me see what else I've covered. All right. Of course, when you get the package, it also comes with the trading view. Okay, trading view is our real time where you can get the charts in here, so you can work together side by side here. So one of my favorite stocks is KGB. Okay, so if I look at KGB here, and you can see KGB, first thing I spotted is the buy call 6th October by Malacca Securities. Call it at 171. So there's only 3% upside. All right, for this, if you understand. But you can see KGB in here now is moving sideways. 6 months or so, you know, it pops, it's gone up a fair bit. So now it's holding at this level in here. And if you want to do the trade, you can follow the green pentagon in here, right? You have the ST and the LT. All been said, the cut loss point is all in here, and you can look at the Pentagon Flow too. Okay, sorry, this one here, you can see KGB total return so far, the seasonality for the year 2020. All right, it's almost 80%. So you can see yearly average return is 50%, which means it's already used up already lah. So this year don't enter KGB lah, maybe next year lah. Next year, hopefully we get another 50% run. Okay. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Okay, any stocks that you want me to look at? Okay, so this is on the this market. Now, there's a question people did ask me is when am I rolling out for US? We plan to do that for next year. The 360 will be available for US too. So you just type here, very similar to TradingView. You can type this here. I don't know why I'm not getting thing on. I can't access TradingView from here. You can type in, let's say you type in Intel or whatever, but right now we don't have it yet. It's just a mixture of we will roll out the US first because we have people also from Singapore and Malaysian and also people from Hong Kong Kong and Australia that are more interested in the US market. So we are doing that next as a team before. So we are very committed into our innovation and also to the change, and we felt that this will complement a lot for our existing users, where we combine both fundamental and technical too. All right, so let's look at the KGB. The other one is Inari. Okay, let's look at Inari. So you can see Inari, first thing I always look at the ratings here is 2 out of 8, not too bad. PE of 41. Okay, and you can see dividend of 3%. Is it no dividend? Yeah, close to about 3% in here, and it has a green mark here. That tells you that it is a good one. Okay, and this is giving on the 28th of October a buy call to $4.35. So that's about another 10%. So if something you subscribe to that, then it'll be great. Okay, but right now you can see I do think that you know what I've said earlier on about Inari being included into the Bursa 30, it's likely we're going to see a breakout soon, but take note of the 435. So if you got another 10% up there, I think Inari it's actually a good bet. Of course, if you look back, Inari, how much has it gained? Already close to about 40%. Last year was 15%, and only in the year, what year was this? 2018, you actually lost money. So this is a good one if you had it in here. Of course, on the right hand side you can see semiconductor ONG continue to power these stocks inside here. They're going up to China, and that's very positive. Now comparison Inari to many other stocks, you can see you can do a comparison. Of course, when you want to compare to Penta or LSoft, you want to know more about, just click on LSoft and LSoft will come out, and then you can analyze it. Ooh, LSoft so went up here. A lot of the technology stocks. So let's put this aside. You can also click on Penta. All right, Penta will comes out, and you can see Penta hasn't run yet. I think Penta will be much better. LSoft already run, Penta hasn't run yet. So this is how you can sort of compare them. And then if you were to compare, of course, if you want to change the list, okay, if you want to change the list, just refresh this, and you can see you'll compare to CTOS, change it again. You'll compare to Frontcan and Victros, change it again. This is how you want to compare different segment, MYG and Victros. So it's looking into that. All right. Okay, there's a question in here is safety. Now safety is looking at the intrinsic value. You see from here, you can see it is negative. So this telling you it's overpriced. And usually growth stocks are overpriced. You can see here. So if you want to look for something that is a good one, I think GCB, so 30%. How about Magni? Those undervalued stocks. Okay. There you go. You can see Magni, right? Magni is an undervalued stocks. You can see it has 129 safety level, because why? It's giving a 5% dividend, ROE of 17, but it only have a PE of 7.5. Okay, PE of 7.5, and you can see extraordinary profit, high dividend, but the stock is not going anywhere. This is what we mean by undervalued. So when you see something like that, you can see, right? 15th of September, Public Bank is giving it 285. Right now it's 211. So why isn't people buying Magni? It's undervalued stock. It has a lot of safety, but people don't buy because stock's trending down. So this is something you might want to keep in. And of course, in future release, you can add on top. It goes into your watch list, and whenever watch it comes out, it will alert you. All right, that's something we plan to do too. Okay, before we do any more demo, I want to share with you a few more messages on that one, but then we can call it for the day. Okay, so all right, so right now we are doing a 11/11 promotion. You can see on the right, for on the 9th, on the 11th, for 3 days only, right? You can get a copy of the TradeVSA Pro, which Pro means you are getting the 360 plus our plug-in 12-month subscription for 2688. Buy one get one free. But there's a condition of that. It can be 2 new person, but it cannot be 2 existing member. Okay, if one existing member buy and you give it or share with another non-existing member, that's allowed. So buy one get one free. That is for 2688. This coming 11th of November. So take note of it. All right, so this is definitely a package which is good. There's a number there. You can contact us if you want to find out more about this. 2688, buy one get one free. Okay, and of course for our existing member, Trade with TradeVSA, our contest is still on. If you submit for any of our stock, whether it is Intraday Alert or using our TradeVSA Pentagon Guider or 18-day line change COC, and if you made money, right, post it into Google review window, you stand a chance to win an iPad. All right, and also grab 30 pounds. And also not to forget our cryptocurrency for Pentagon Guider, which we will release on the likelihood on the 15 and 16. That because we felt that the wealth building roadmap, it's very suitable in the year 2022. So by using our Pentagon Guider for cryptocurrency, that will, whether it's Ethereum, XRP or Bitcoin, you will have some sort of a guide. Again, it's part and parcel of your package. The price that you pay 1388, you get to access crypto, stocks, futures. So no other competitor can do what we do, right? Most of them, they only have KLSE, that's it, and you pay even 3 times the price that you have, and they don't have the kind of support that you do, and they don't continue to innovate. So this is just something we are proud, right? And for those of you who are interested, 1388 3-month membership, you can get to do this or that. Of course, to align to continue to support our members and also the public in here, Friday we will change the format of Friday for our breakfast show to Trade with TradeVSA. That is exploring the power of TradeVSA 360 every Friday 10:15. So you can watch me and you can see how well I'll be using the 360 to look for stocks, to see the analysis in there. So we'll be doing a lot more and have more hands-on with our members and with the public, for those of you who want to find more about our 360 there. Okay, so YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for all videos, and again our Telegram chat room in here, continue to support many of our members in here. So I think we stop here. Okay, so for those of you who have some question in here, I'm happy to answer them. All right, and if you have some stocks, I'm happy to look at that too. But don't forget our buy one get one free. Okay, buy one get one free in there, and you can use our software for that one. Okay, so look at this list. We get Lou here, our members, masterclass, SL West. Let's take a look at SL West. So if you look from a SL West, it's definitely a very high PE stocks. Okay, there's no safety in here, right? And this stock seems to be holding up, and you can see your stop loss is at 127, which is about 6.6% away from the cut loss side. This is your ATL stop loss in here. Okay, it's a Sharia, it's an ACE market in here. What else can we find out about this stock? So let's look at the trend. You can see last year the returns about 130% return. So this year's 29, average return is 52. So going by the monthly seasonal return, I think this level will hold. That's how we look at it. We have to look at the overall market trend and the yearly returns. Okay, and of course, if you look at other things in terms of news, they are doing not too well, right? They have a couple of projects here, 500 megawatts in here, SL West, Green Agenda, right? But if you look in terms of the fundamental compared to the others, you can see SCGM, they are not the strongest. Okay, industrial wise, you can see dividend, ROE, all this. So this actually explains some of the stocks do go up is because of the future prospect, which haven't been reflected in the fundamental yet. So that's why you notice that dividends are low, their ROE hasn't been that fantastic, right? Their ROE is only low. It's because of the growth, and this is something I've talked about in Sumo, right? So it's important that when you take this information, you know the background behind what I talk about, what are the criteria for Sumo, then you will know you can hold this or not. Now compared to Magni, we do know, okay, let's go on to Magni. Magni is a undervalued stock. You can see the rating here is 6 out of 8, right? And just mouse over here. What do? Okay, they do garment, flexible plastic packaging and so forth. Of course, you can go over to their company website. Yes, you can see here, right? And first thing they do, packaging, quarterly report. So all this, you can see who they are. So this is just a short insight. if you want to go to a bigger one, you can click on here. That will take you to a website. Okay, so you're here. It's the same thing what we saw there, and you just close it back. So some website allowed you to put it in there, so you can have very good visibility on those stocks. Okay, okay, MBSB. Now for stock like MBSB, because of the Sarawak play, it is 7 out of 8. Okay, but be careful. This is what we call a value trap. Things that is very low. That's why we put this logo here. A value trap. It does have a safety, a very good safety in here. 77% Sharia compliant, and it's a long-term stocks. Okay, because it satisfied the requirement that you had. So right now the market is breaking up. Very good one in here. You can see the last 6 months. It's not bad actually. CMSP for Sarawak, I think it's a good to go on and get this. Okay, let's put here the offer. Let's take a look at the news. Oh, there's nothing on the news yet. Okay, we're just waiting for that. Oh yeah, here you go. So Chaya Mata need more time to complete financial. Oh, they have a financial management probe. Okay, jump to multimedia high, RTA, suspended CFO. So take note that there is a pending shenanigans, like what we saw in Saber Dynamics. Okay, so you don't want to end up like Saber Dynamics. Let's look at the monthly return also. You can see, oh, no wonder. You see, Saber Dynamics never make money one, no. Every year so lose money. Except for last year, this year also 24%. So short term lah, you buy maybe hopefully December the further rally. As you can see, last year November, December, these are the 2 months that they rally. So right now you can see, on hindsight, you can see from here onwards, 6 months, if they run, nice one lah. So this is how we sort of, you know, do a 360 view of what we see. Chart wise, we know the monthly return, we know the news, right, all in one chart. All right, so with that you can have more confidence, isn't it? But don't silang. Remember, members, everything is 50-50. Okay, we have Wayne here on high tech. Okay, let's put on a high tech. There's no pullback lah. Okay, look at this. Trading below ATR stop loss. So Wayne, I hope that you are one of our member or trained as a member. If you're trained as a member, you need to cut loss. It already broken down the ATR stop loss already. Okay. Now Benyin is asking what is Pentagon Flow. If you go on the Pentagon Flow, just click on here. Alright, you just click on here. So Pentagon Flow measure the strength and the weaknesses. It can be positive. So all things being equal, we want to have at least 50 to 70% when the strength about to get stronger. When it's negative, means it's going, you can see here, right? Negative 90, high tech, like one of them. Who said this? Okay, who was that? Yeah, Wayne. Okay, so Wayne, do be careful of these stocks. You can see it's down 7%. Right? Is there a pullback? Please, am I correct now, Wayne? Is this going down or is this a pullback? Do let me know. All right, Wayne. So with all that in mind, I think it's also important all of you have a plan. Okay, now go through this. Usually, is high tech turn green Pentagon yet? It's always best to enter the next bar after the Pentagon or exit the next bar after the red Pentagon. So if you go back to high tech just now, okay, when you broke through here, you should be out. Okay, you should be out. That's according to our share checklist. All right, so by going through this share checklist, it always puts you in the safe position. It always puts you in a favorable position to constantly create opportunity. So that's why we always have this in here. It's the fundamental of FA group. Am I looking at good quality? Is it a FA DDoS stock or is it a growth stock? Or is this a penny speculative stock? Let's go back, okay? So from here onwards, we go to the, it's 1 out of 8, not too bad, but the ROE is not so good. It doesn't have any safety at all. The PE is 79. What do they do? Okay, mouse over here. Here you can see they are investment holding. They sell precision mold, Zig, H&L, customized precision, plastic injection molding. Okay, let's look at the news. Do we have anything on news? Oh no, we don't have anything on the news yet. Affluent future. Okay, let's look at the fundamentals in here. Oh, there we go. Okay, it comes out. So not much of news. 14 million just buying a property. Uptrend hitting new high 20% on 12th of July. Okay, and if you looked at this, okay, this year, right, if you notice, H&L already gone up a lot, 156%. Okay, 156% from where it is, and you can see November fall, December, is it going to fall? Yep, it shot up a lot. Yeah, you can see this is why. So most of the time, many of the public, and I hope Wayne, are you still there, Wayne? And I do hope that you have a plan for this, and I do let me know, is this buying high, is it a good thing or not? I'm going to ask Wayne here. What do the public say here? Buying high, is it a good thing? Definitely not, right? So you want to buy when there's a green Pentagon. If you had bought it somewhere around here, that was 6 months ago, you would have got out then and there. That's how you make your money. That's how I tell people, right? Right now you have a warning in here. All right, warning, breaking below ATR stop loss. So is this something that you want to hold on, or you want to cut loss? Wayne? Okay, I hope Wayne is still there. I'm not able to have a conversation with them. Downtrend. Okay, this is why we want to do some of this so-called engagement with the public, especially for our masterclass members. I think this is what we do in our private member session. We do a lot of them. We say that, what is your plan, what you intend to do here. So right now, going forward, we are private member having this 360 in here. It'll give you a very good view, both stocks. Now I'm going to ask now the audience, what do you think of the 360? If you think the 360 is good, give me a thumbs up. I want to see your feedback. Okay, want to see your feedback for the public and the members. If you've seen so far, are you impressed what we saw with 360? Give me a thumbs up in here. I want to get some sort of feedback. I appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you've seen so far in here. All right. Sylvan asks, is the session recorded? Yes, it is available on Facebook. But don't worry, going forward, all our member session, our trainer, our coach will be using the 360 dashboard to enhance it. Great. And I do hope that this eventually will be, if it's great, and for those of the public, right, you may want to consider getting this to help you or not, and many for all. If you find great, would you buy it? That's the next question I will say. All right, now for the public, if you think this is a good software, would you pay for it? Now if you pay for it, just give me another thumbs up. Of course, for our existing member, you already gotten it. All right, the value of your words is in whether you will get it or not. Of course, right, we already said that we have the special offer 11/11. You see on the right hand side there. If you do get it, buy one get one free. Okay, you can share it with a friend, and then you can split the cost. That would definitely help you a lot more. Okay, so I'm going to end here. Thank you for your time, for many of you all in here. So going forward, don't forget to follow me, and also let me just bring this back here again. Okay, it's our 11/11 promotion. Okay, so remember 11/11 promotion, buy one get one free. If you like what you just saw, many of you give the thumbs up, you can have it. Of course, for our existing members, if you were to get it for a friend, that's going to be good too. All right, and don't forget, is our November 15-16 our wealth building roadmap. Many of the good points we're going to talk about. Some emphasis will be focused on Bitcoin, okay, on Bitcoin. And right now we have the cryptocurrency Pentagon Guider that is going to change how you look at Pentagon in here. And our continued training in using the TradeVSA will be every Friday 10:15. Of course, this will be on live Facebook. It will be recorded. You can always join me then. So thank you for coming this Saturday afternoon. Thank you for your time and thank you for your support. And we want to hear your feedback from our members in our chat room, in our Telegram chat room, how we can improve the 360 as well as going forward for a lot of our alert. Definitely one of them will be our alert. The alert center should be up in December, so many of those you will get hit-ons and aware of them. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. All right, bye bye. Have a good enjoy the remaining of the weekend in here. I'll be back on Monday for the breakfast show. Thank you again.